Hi guys, this is Haley with the Subconscious Oracle. You are definitely not getting the glam version of me. I am just recovering from laryngitis. I was actually out of my house for a few days due to an issue with mold in my wall. So it's been quite the adventure the end of August. But I was called today, I was cleaning, to actually pull two cards from my Zen Tarot deck. And I have them right here. And I meant to put this video in earlier, but the day got away from me. So once again, excuse my voice. There was a long time ago, well, not so long ago, a few times in my life where I would definitely have not presented myself like this on camera. But I feel like now it's more about the message. And if this is how I look when the message needs to be delivered, then this is what you get. So bear with me, click like and subscribe. And let's see what Spirit has for September. So I do have my book with me for the Osho Zen, and I am going to read from it. And I pulled two cards, and the first one was Moment to Moment. And I'm not sure which way this flipped out, which direction. But basically Moment to Moment. I believe in this deck, this card is the Two of Pentacles, or around that, but the energies are a little different with how these are. But I believe, and I'm going to go back and read it to you, it is about living moment to moment and not letting past and future things come to you. And that seems to be a big message lately. I think August was very chaotic in a lot of ways for a lot of people. The energies on a world level, on a social level, on a local level, wherever people were, there were a lot of things thrown at people. And emotions were just weird. You know, you could be really angry one day, really great the next day. A lot of people were getting sick. There were a lot of downloads. I've been following pages about the Schumann resonance. You know, these frequencies that we're getting hit with, and these uploads that are coming to us. And if you were feeling any of that energy, you definitely would have probably had quite a few emotional outbursts, body aches, pains, things like that. So if that has been you over this past month, from what I've been reading and, you know, looking into, that's very normal. So it's just part of you uploading, getting these downloads, changing, you know, who you are. So we're going to step into September here. And I know we have that new Virgo moon coming up, but we're going to step in with this moment to moment card. And what it says right here is this figure moves across the stones. He steps lightly and non-seriously, and at the same time, absolutely balanced and alert. Behind the swirling, ever-changing waters, we can see the shapes of buildings that appear to be a city in the background. I'll pull that, maybe you can see that. The man is in a marketplace, but at the same time, he's on the outside of it, maintaining his balance and able to watch it from above. This card challenges us to move away from our preoccupations with other spaces and other time and stay alerted as what is happening in the here and now. Life is a great ocean in which you can play if you drop all your judgments, your preferences, your attachments to the details of your long-term plans and be available to what comes your way. Excuse me, guys, as it comes. And don't worry if you stumble or fall, just pick yourself up and dust yourself off and have a good laugh and carry on. So it says also the past is no more and the future is not yet. Both are unnecessary, moving directions that don't exist, because they really don't. The past is gone. It was a moment that was once the future that became the present and is now gone. We basically live in a sequence of present moments. So what's coming tomorrow, you don't know, isn't promised. You don't know what's coming, right? How exactly it's going to play out. And what's gone is gone. So what we've got is this minute right now, and this is what you're doing, right? This is what I'm doing, sitting and reading this. And that's basically the kind of mindset that we need to go into in September. I don't feel the energies will be as heavy, and some of the other people I follow don't feel that. I don't feel they'll be that heavy in September, but there still will be those ups and downs as things ebb and flow. But so it's important to stick with that moment to moment and not get too carried away with the things from before and in front. The other card I pulled up was Turning In. So that's very much going within card, right? And that's four, and I believe it's the Four of Water, or let's see. Like I said, I haven't used these cards forever. So if you're still with me, yeah, Four of Water emotion. So you're Four of Cups, right? Four of Cups is usually sitting there. You have 4 cups. 3 are spilled, 1 is still full. Excuse me. So the woman in this image has a faint smile on her face, and the fact that she's just watching the antics of her mind, not judging, not trying to stop them, not to identify them, just watching as if they're traffic on the road. And if you see some of these faces, some of them are pretty sinister, some of them are angry, some of them are sad, and they're all kind of prying to get to her. The antics of the mind are slightly amusing, and as it jumps up and down and twists its way, trying to get your attention and seduce you into the game, which is funny because we just said just try and stay out of the old and try to not worry about the future, and this is really going within and trying to avoid that. So kind of fitting that both of these cards came out together. To develop a knack of taking a distance from the mind is one of the greatest blessings. It is what meditation is all about, really. Not chanting a mantra or repeating an affirmation, but just watching as if the mind belongs to somebody else. You're ready to take this distance now and to watch the show without getting caught up in the drama. Indulge yourself in the simple freedom of turning in whenever you can, and the knack of meditation will grow and deepen in you. So this is saying turning inwards is not a turning at all, but going inwards is not a going at all. Turning inwards simply means that you have been running after the desire, that you have been running, and you have been coming and going again to frustration, that each desire brings misery. There is no fulfillment through desire, that you never reach anywhere. The content, I'm sorry, just trying to make sure I'm reading this, it's dark in here. The contentment is impossible. Seeing the truth that running after desire takes you nowhere, you stop. Not that you make any effort to stop. If you make any effort to stop, it is running again in a subtle way, because then you're making the effort to put the brakes on. You're still desiring. Maybe now it's desirelessness that you desire. If you're making an effort to go in, you are all still going out. Any effort you can only take out, you take outwards. Well, it's a lot. It's like a tongue twister, isn't it? It's basically saying all journeys are outwards and all journeys are inwards. But how do you journey inwards? You're already there. There's no point in going. So I really pull a lot of that. You're already in the moment, living in that moment. So that's 2 cards that came out back to back that are very strong about going inward and realizing where you are in the moment. So I think if we are having those times when you're like, shit's getting heavy, and you're thinking of past things, it's time to turn in and remind yourself, I'm not going in the moment. And I think, and that's something I have to do. Literally sit there and say, I'm not honoring the moment right now. I'm going backward or I'm going forward, and neither of those things exist. Honor what exists. So turn inward and honor the moment. I think it's a pretty cool message for September to start out. Let's see, I did feel like pulling tarot and just see what tarot's got for September. So guides, spirit, angels, what messages do you have for this collective who follow this page during the month of September? And I'm going to say the opening of September. What are we looking at for the opening of September for the collective, spirits, guides, angels? Let's give them a little shuffle. So my space is more cleansed and cleaned and air purified since I had some work done. Here we go. Going within. Queen of Pentacles. Anything else? Ooh, that's in the reverse. Okay. So a Queen of Pentacles flipped out and she kind of came up sideways. So I'm going to guess you can take that however you want, right? So the Queen of Pentacles is sitting with her money. She knows where she is. She knows what she's doing. She's content with what she has and she's holding on to it. Pentacles is probably meaning a lot about just focusing on your gain and what you have right now and feeling comfortable with it, okay? Not, feeling like you are making something, you are doing something for yourself. And if that's your focus right now, stick with it and be present with it. Don't worry about if you'll become the Queen of Pentacles, you're already in that energy. So I think a lot of people after this emotional month are probably focusing on their finances a little bit. And then we have the Seven of Cups, and it's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So the Seven of Cups in the upright is a bunch of cups with a bunch of choices and a bunch of, look at me, I can have whatever I want, what will I pick? And it's very egotistical, and it's very just picking whatever and not making the right choices. I feel in the reverse right now, you're seeing where in the past you have made poor decisions in things in life, picked the wrong cup, done the wrong thing, and it hasn't worked for you. And a lot of us are still looking back at that. And don't. It's time whenever that comes up, okay, there were mistakes. There were things that were done. There were things that didn't work out well. Or maybe there were people that didn't work out well. And we're seeing that now, right? We're seeing those business affairs or those people that were once important in our life for what they really are. But the point is to still live in the moment. Don't harp on that, and to turn inward. And I just feel a really big calling for myself and for the people as a whole right now, because there's a lot of anxiety in the world. There's a lot going on in the world. To really turn in and say, okay, in this very moment though, is that stuff affecting this very moment? This moment that I'm sitting here, that I'm making dinner, that I'm having coffee with a friend, that I'm at work, that I'm playing with my child, that I'm reading a book, is, you know, turn in and turn those voices and those things outward. I do see the Queen of Pentacles in this card. She's a queen, but there's always different images, you know, on every deck, and this is your Rider-Waite, and it's like a sparkly one. It's nice, but I see her just looking and kind of admiring it, and she's like, well, the one thing I do have is I've created this life, and I've created this wealth and this abundance, whether that be physical, financial, whatever it is, but she's created something. She's holding on to it, and I think that's the thing to be proud of right now and hold on to. So look within to what you have in this present moment. And I think you're going to feel very much in that Queen of Pentacles energy. And I think that Seven of Cups in reverse is trash. Get rid of it. So sorry, my voice sounds crazy. And I'm slowed down because I have some medicine that I took to calm my voice down and calm me down and bring all that down, and I am about to go to bed, but I just felt that these messages need to come out, and I am going to start doing, I'll probably do some more messages tomorrow with the Virgo new moon coming up, and I might actually grace you with some makeup because this probably isn't a nice look. So that being said, I hope you'll have a great evening. I hope September 1st has been one of relaxation for you, and one where you can just ease out of this prior month that has been very full on for a lot of people. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have more stuff coming your way tomorrow. Thank you.